Hey, my name is 95 Leo, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about how I make a living as a full time musician in the year 2026. Let's get it. Being a full time musician can mean a lot of different things. I mean, there's like an endless amount of things you can do nowadays. You can be a touring musician, you can make content online, you can make beats, you can produce for people, you can produce for commercials, you can DJ. You guys get the point. So today I'm going to be talking about how I have found a balance that works for me right now. I'm also going to be talking about my goals and aspirations moving forward. And hopefully, there's some information in this video that can help those of you who are pursuing a career in music or honestly anything creative. So let's get it. So, as of right now, a majority of my income comes from one of a few things, either music production and royalties and things that go along with that, live shows with my band or solo, and teaching a variety of lessons, whether it's guitar, piano, vocals, production, DJing, whatever. I also help out a couple days a week at my local used music shop, which is a cool opportunity to meet other artists as well as kind of see a variety and get to test out a variety of gear. A moment ago, I mentioned finding a balance, and that's super, super important because my life as a full time musician now does not look the same as it did when I first started this journey some years ago. A few years back, when I finally decided to just quit dealing with corporate America, I already had a bunch of gigs and stuff lined up. I was doing a bunch of live shows and producing and things of that nature. But out of necessity, I was also just taking any gig that would come my way, like with no discernment. Even things like running sound, which I hate doing. I was pretty much saying yes to every gig because I thought I had to. But over time, I started to learn that I actually have to be more mindful and intentional about the types of opportunities that I take. Because believe it or not, there are times where you can take an opportunity that's really not meant for you and it can end up hurting you in some way. So as of lately, it's been very, very important for me to be careful about that. Like if I know I'm not going to be the right fit for the gig, or maybe I am the right fit for this particular thing, but maybe I just know my heart isn't in that particular thing at this time, I'll usually just not do it. And I try to stick to things that I know I want to do. And speaking of things that I don't want to do, I want to talk a little bit about kind of like my goals and aspirations comparatively to where I am right now. So right now, I can honestly say that life is pretty good. I don't feel like I'm being overworked at this point in time. I don't necessarily feel like there's any pressure on me, but even though my lifestyle now is much closer to the lifestyle that I want to live, it's still not fully there yet. I definitely have a lot more room to grow and optimize a lifestyle that works for me. So as of right now, like I mentioned, I do lessons and I help out a couple days a week at my local used music shop. But obviously, if I didn't have to do those things, as great as those things are, and as much as they are kind of aligned with what I'm doing currently, if I didn't have to do those things for the income, then I wouldn't. When it comes to lessons and when it comes to teaching, I would still love to teach and share my knowledge in some way, but that's one of the reasons that I'm on here. This is honestly one of my aspirations for the next year or so. I really want to build this channel so that I can share some of my knowledge with people. And I'm hoping to build a more solid foundation and community with this long form content as opposed to what I've done with the short form content. I don't know if you guys can relate, but I've definitely been getting a little bit tired of not only consuming but making short form content. So really want to start doing this a lot more. I also want to continue to produce and work with more artists. I'm really looking to get more sync placement opportunities this next year. And lastly, I would also love to do more shows. Performing live is one of my favorite things, but I did learn a few years back when I first started this journey as a full-time musician that too many shows, it can start to get overwhelming. So I definitely don't want to be like inundated with more shows than I can handle, at least not at the detriment of my mental and physical health. But I would definitely love to do more shows, more high paying shows. And most importantly, my goal with all this has been to have more freedom. I've worked in IT and retail and all these different places for years, and I felt like I had absolutely no freedom. I was rarely able to spend time with family as I was obligated to work on weekends and strange hours. And although music does keep me pretty busy, it does afford me the ability to have that flexibility to do things and move my schedule around when important things come up. So I want to continue to optimize my schedule to be able to enjoy my life to the fullest, instead of just being cooped up all day. And with that being said, if you guys do want to help out and support, please hit that subscribe button. It helps out a lot. We are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. We are more than halfway there. And getting monetized on here would be a game changer. So if you guys can help me out and subscribe, be much appreciated. As I mentioned, this is the lifestyle that works for me right now. And I keep saying that because the lifestyle that might work for me in a year from now, or even 6 months, or even 2 months from now, may not be the same as this lifestyle. The lifestyle that works for you may be completely different. Maybe you want to spend hours in the studio all day. Maybe you want to be in the studio for 8, 9, or 10 plus 12 plus hours. Maybe you want to be on the road all the time. Maybe you want to run sound for artists. Whatever path or whatever thing you feel like you want to do, just don't forget, whatever thing it is or whatever path you feel like you want to follow, remember that it is totally possible. It may not happen overnight. I know it didn't for me. But then again, it also may happen overnight for you. Who knows? But even if it doesn't happen overnight, it can happen. You just have to believe and move forward with that belief that all this can actually happen. For years, I was going to school for computer science. And although I do still feel like that's a very useful skill set to have, when I was going to class day in and day out, I would go to school and then go to work. I just started to feel like this can't be all there is to life, And for me, that just didn't feel like the lifestyle that I was going to be aligned with. And I felt like I was going to disappoint some people by deciding not to go to school, and especially with pursuing music. But I think everything worked out fine. So this was admittedly my first time making one of these sort of talking head videos. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. If you have any topics you want me to talk about, I would love to do more of these videos. So let me know in the comments too if there's anything you want me to talk about. Peace. I'll see y'all next time.